Hey, what's up guys? So I want to show you guys how to fill out a financial statement. A financial statement is something that you're going to need when you go to a bank to get like a car loan or a house loan. What essentially it is, it's tracking how much you're worth. What is your net worth? So it's adding up things like your house, the money that you have in the bank, I should say the equity you have in your house, the money you have in your bank, maybe what your car is worth, maybe you have a Roth IRA, how much that's worth. So it's adding up all the things that you own and then subtracting out all your debt. So maybe you have a car loan, you subtract out that, you subtract out your house debt, you would subtract out credit card debt, things like that. So essentially it's your assets minus your liabilities equals your net worth. So I'm just going to show you how to fill out a real simple one online on my computer here. This is something most banks are going to give you, super simple, so I'll show you how to fill it out. Okay guys, here we are. We are inside the personal financial statement. Now this is a statement that I received from a bank years ago and have just kind of stuck with it and just enjoy using it. So every bank's going to have a different one, but they're all going to essentially be the same thing, and you're going to be getting the same numbers. So let's go ahead and just check it out. So this top part is just general information about you. We're not going to take time to fill this all out. This is just kind of an overview. So it's just your name, your address, and all that stuff. Every bank's going to want to know certain things about you. Are you a U.S. citizen? And then there's some other personal information down here on this specific statement. So we are more or less thinking of this as just a way to track our net worth for us personally. So we're not going to worry about filling all this out for a bank. Now, just think of it, there's two sides of this. You've got the assets over here, and then you've got the liabilities over here. So assets are things that you own, like money in the bank, you own the car, the house, things like that. Liabilities are like your debts. So maybe you have a loan on that car, you have a loan on the house, maybe you have a credit card loan or credit card debt. So everything in white up here is going to be something that auto-populates when you type in information in the spreadsheet down below. So you see that they have formulas in here, so that means that they will auto-populate, so you don't have to put anything in there, it does automatically. So we're just gonna, let's glance at some of these. So we have cash in the bank, we have marketable securities, we have non-marketable securities, partial interest in real estate owned, life insurance, things like that. So let's just go ahead and start filling it out. Here's some more information like salary, like maybe you make, let's just put like $75,000 a year. Dividends, that's money that you'd get paid out. Real estate income. We're not going to fill any of this out because this doesn't actually affect your net worth because that's just yearly income. So we're not really going to worry about any of this up here. What we really worry about is down here. So cash in the bank. So let's just go ahead and start filling something out. So let's just call it bank 1. And let's say it's a savings account. And the name of me. Are they pledged? We're not going to worry about that. Current balance. Let's say I have $10,000 in the bank. And let's just throw a couple more in here. Bank 2. This is a checking account. In the name of Kyle. Let's say this one has $5,000. One more. Bank 3. This one's a checking account again. This is in Kyle. And this one has $2,000. Okay, so as we're filling this in, let's go up top and see what's going on. So we see over here on the asset side, cash in bank, $17,000. Total assets, $17,000 right there. All right, let's keep filling stuff out. Okay, so a Roth IRA, a lot of people have a Roth IRA. I have one, and we're not going to get into what that is. If you don't know what it is, Google it, and you should probably have one. So Roth IRA, I personally use TD Ameritrade. Number of shares, we're not going to worry about that. And the name of Kyle, are they pledged? Market value, let's say I have $15,000 in my Roth. Okay, so this is something that's probably not going to pertain to most people. It pertains to me because I own real estate and I own it in different LLCs, and I might not own that LLC 100% myself. So let's say this is called LLC Real Estate. And the name of, let's just say I got it with a friend, so it's Kyle and Clayton. Percent ownership. Let's say of that LLC, we split it right in half, so I have 50% ownership. Okay, total value. So what is the value of that LLC? Not my 50%, but the total value. Let's say that Clayton and I have an LLC and it's worth $100,000. So we're going to go ahead and put that. Automatically, it's going to deduct that $100,000 in half to 50%. Let's scroll up top, see what's going on. Here we go. See, $50,000. So it split it in half. Let's move on. Again, most people are probably not going to own portions of LLCs, so not that big a deal. Partial interest in real estate. That's if you own the real estate not in an LLC and you still just own a portion of it. Say you and your dad own a house and you own it 50-50. It's really the same thing. So we're going to skip over that. Real estate owned. Let's say that you own a house yourself. So 1, 2, 3, main. It's in your name. Date acquired. This is stuff that the bank's probably going to want to know, but we're going to skip over it because it really doesn't affect our net worth at the end of the day. Date acquired. Cost. So cost. Let's say we paid $50,000. Market value. This is the number that matters. What is the house worth today? So picture the financial statement. It's like a snapshot of today, of what's going on with your financial picture. So market value, let's say over time we fixed it up and now it's worth $100,000. Your mortgage amount, that's the loan that you have against the house. So this is very important. How much do you still owe on that house? Let's say that we have fixed it up but we've been paying the loan down. So let's say that we only owe $30,000 on the house, which means you have quite a bit of equity in this house. If it's worth $100,000 and you only owe $30,000, you have $70,000 of equity in there. Mortgage maturity date, that's just when your loan is up. The bank's going to want to know that, but we don't need to put that in there for our personal use. Life insurance, most younger people are probably not going to have something like that. Probably should, but we're going to skip it. And this is a really important one. So notes payable to banks and amounts payable to others. So most likely you probably own a car and you might have a loan on that car. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So let's say we've got a car. Let's actually name it. Let's say we have a Mustang. Credit in the name of Kyle. So secured or unsecured. So more or less that means whether or not you have collateral against that property. We're going to skip over it. It doesn't matter for what we're doing. Current interest rate doesn't matter. Original date, maturity date, original loan amount. Let's say the original loan amount was $20,000. Now the current balance is what actually matters. So let's say we paid it in half. Okay, let's say we have one more. Let's say we owe money on a credit card. So Visa card, Kyle, and then what is your balance on the card? So if it's 0, that's great, but most people probably have a balance. So let's just say we owe $2,000. Now, if you do not have enough room when you're filling these out, it does come with additional schedules, but for this purpose, we don't need to fill those out. So let's just go up to the top now and talk about what we have. And I've got to find one more thing. Okay, here we go. Other assets. So we need to actually list our other assets that we might own that are worth money. So maybe you have some valuable, maybe you have a valuable coin collection and it's been appraised. So coin collection, and let's say it's worth $1,000. Okay, so let's go ahead and just look at what we have. So we've got our cash in the bank. We've got 17 grand in the bank. We've got 15,000 in the Roth IRA. We have $50,000 in our LLC that we owned with Clayton. So it was a $100,000 value. We own 50%, so we own 50,000. Down here, there's our house. It's worth 100 grand. All right, so we're gonna skip down here. Total assets and the coin collection. We have $183,000. And then skipping over to the liability section, we look at the notes payable to banks. So this was our loan on, let's see, I don't remember. We had a car loan, yep, on the Mustang, and then we had a Visa loan. So that totaled $12,000. Real estate mortgage payable to others. So this was on our house, so we only owe $30,000 on our house, which is doing really good. Now let's go ahead and talk about the numbers that really matter. So when you scroll down here, total liabilities. So this is all the debt that you have. Now this person's doing really well, so if your numbers are this high, you're doing good. So total liabilities, 42,000. That's the number you want to keep low. This next number is your net worth. So this is the number the bank really mainly cares about. So this person is worth 141,000, and they get that from taking that number, total assets, minus the total liabilities is 141,000. So if you guys got any questions, send me a message and I will try to answer it. Again, a financial statement is just a really good way to figure out where you are in your financial picture. A bank's going to need it someday anyway, so you might as well keep it up to date. I have been tracking mine for years now, and it's super fun to chart it out and see it just go like this. And when you start buying different things like real estate and investments, you just start to see it going up and up and up. And so anyways, I highly encourage you to do it. If you guys want a copy of this financial statement, I can give it to you. Shoot me a message and I'll send it to you. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.